With their signs held high, people walked to the streets of Minneapolis, continuing to call for justice for George Floyd and also defunding the Minneapolis Police Department.
And justice is not enough. We really need our city to divest from the police and defund them. We need our city to make an official apology for all the damage that the Minneapolis Police Department has done to Black families.
Families that have had loved ones die in the hands of police also spoke up.
Because our Black brothers and sisters are dying in the streets by the hands of police. Because Native Americans are dying by the hands of police. So we know all too well what needs to be done. And that's to defund the police and put it back in community.
Those in attendance say they're past police reform.
A third of our budget right now goes to the Minneapolis Police Department, $193 million. What if we took a third of that and put it into underfunded places like healthcare, like responses to the opioid crisis, like housing for our folks who do not have safe and secure housing right now.
Continuous training on how to work with people with mental health issues, because I know, like I said, my family has called the police many times for help because our loved one was suicidal or, having a mental breakdown of some sort, and then instead the police come in and just murder our loved ones, and they're of no help, no assistance to us, and they instead take our loved ones.
U.S. Representative Ilhan Omar echoing the same message.
For the last 25 years, I have lived as a Black person in this country. I have lived as a mother raising Black children. So I do know what it means to be Black in America. I know what our young children go through because I was an adolescent interfacing with the police department here in Minneapolis.
The march eventually took a pause and people danced their grief away, while some comforted each other.
Whose streets? Our streets! Whose streets? Our streets!
Then they started walking again for those who no longer can continue the fight.
I won't stand in these streets with y'all again. We can't have another George Floyd. We can't have another Breonna Taylor. We can't have another Tony McDade. We can't have another Jamar Clark. And we can't have another Philando Castile. We are done.
One thing that was clear, this group no longer was interested in statements, but instead wanted action.
We don't want your damn reforms. We don't want the slow dying of our communities to continue. What we want you to do is to cut the cancer so that it does not continue to spread throughout our bodies.
It's not that hard to imagine because there's plenty of white, wealthy, gated communities in which there are no police and people have exactly what they need. So it exists right now, and we just want it to exist for Black people too.
Demanding a change in a system that not only works for Black people, but for the good of everyone. Reporting for Green Card Voices, I'm Rebecca David, community storyteller.